We're in the stew with Maisie Peters. Everybody give it up. So here at Tefi Talks, I like to kind of figure out what department everybody working in.
Absolutely.
Right? I'm a receptionist. So there's accounting, there's marketing, there's public relations, there's graphic design, there's HR. Where do you see yourself?
Whoa.
There's legal.
Okay, so immediately you said public relations. I thought I'm a woman of the public.
Right.
I have relations with people. So I sort of immediately saw myself in that role. I also can see myself. I mean, I love my iPhone. That's the thing about me. I love my iPhone. I'm on my iPhone more than I'm on anything.
Right.
So I can see myself in digital.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Like girl with her iPhone doing the company TikToks.
Okay.
Getting like the 50-year-old men to do
Like voiceovers.
Yeah. They won't be long. I love rock as they like walk past. Like I would be there going, okay, Barry, just a little bit. Now,
do
go
it one more
now.
time. That was
one
amazing.
more time.
Yeah,
really good. Just remember the lip sync. I love rock and roll. So I can see myself being in that as well.
And I feel like people like who are in that generation would feel safe with you.
They would feel safe. I think it would be my height that would play into that.
Right.
And the scalp bleach. I think they would feel safe, but there would also be a small amount of fear.
Of course.
But my glasses make me seem unassuming and approachable.
And little do they know. Gemini, Pisces,
Gemini.
I love that. I love that. I feel like Gemini, Pisces, Gemini, a lot of the times they also tend to like ruminate on things. Oh, hence the songwriting.
Songwriting, rumination, hand in hand.
What was your first job? Or what's an old job that people wouldn't believe? Like I always think about how Brad Pitt was like a limo driver and he was I think he was one of the guys that like spin the signs.
Oh,
I love that. What about you?
So confession is just cross myself first. Confession I have is I've never had a real job.
Oh.
However, as not an Nepo baby, I was funding my career at the age of 14.
Right.
So what I didn't have a real job. All my friends had real jobs. My sister had like 10 jobs in our village. But I was singing and writing music from quite young, 10, 11. And when I was probably about 14, which is kind of the age that I feel like most people get like part-time jobs in the UK.
Or like, I want money.
Yeah, you're like, I need money. Yeah, I need to buy an American Apparel tennis skirt.
Yes.
And with what?
You have taken me back.
Yeah, and you're welcome for that trip backwards. I thought, how am I going to do this? So I was a busker, which I don't know if that's as much of a thing here. But in Brighton, which is where I'm from, the city I'm from, it's the only city in the UK where you can busk without a license. So I had like a little red Roland amp. And I would go out with my amp and my microphone and I would just sing for like 3 hours on the street. And I would have my guitar case open so you could put money in it. And like often my dad would come so that I didn't get stolen from or kidnapped.
Right, kidnapped. Right.
Yeah. But my trick was that, I mean, I'm 25. I do get ID'd pretty consistently for like, paracetamol, age 16. I was 14, but I definitely looked 10. And I think that I was like quite good for 14, but I was fucking brilliant for 10.
Brilliant.
Like I think people were walking past like this prodigal child knows how to play guitar and, like not throw her food at the wall. So I used to actually make good money.
Good.
I can pass that along to the young kids out there. If you want to get on the streets, something to think about. You can make pretty decent cash.
Well, that's like me. Sometimes I tell people I'm 45, so they tell me I look amazing. And I'm like, oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Do you feel that there's a person in your life that would give you an incredible reference?
Someone that would give me a good reference would be to name drop, which is something I'm passionate about and like to do.
Good.
Have you heard the song I'm in Love with the Shape of You?
Yeah.
So
I'm familiar.
I happen to know Mr. Shape of You. His name's Ed Sheeran. He is my label boss, and also I was on tour with him. We played something like 66 shows together. I was on his tour for a year or so, and we also actually become friends. On the only serious note of the podcast, he's actually a great person.
Right.
Love him.
I've never heard a bad word about him.
No, you actually don't. He is the sweetest
angel.
thing. Yeah, he's actually a real life angel in the Bible.
If people are ever mean about him, I want to hold him and go, no.
Yeah, I do that. I get behind me. Arms out.
But he
wingspan.
would say that you're timely.
He would say that I'm timely. Yeah, I was always on time for my show. I was never running over. I was always, the only problem is I don't know how, well, I do know how to say his name. I just choose to say it differently. Because I think a girl's got to get ahead.
What's your thing?
Yeah, it's my thing.
It's your thing
it's
now.
my
It's
sort
so
of
us.
je ne sais quoi. It's, yeah, so he might mark me down for that. But I do think overall he would give me a good reference.
I just want to ask you something about your song. I was watching the video. We were just talking about the dancing.
Yes.
Incredible.
Thank you.
And I will forgive you if the answer is no.
Okay.
But there's a bodyguard reference in the first verse. Did you write that?
I did write that.
Let's fucking go, Maisie. Like, oh my God. So you love the bodyguard.
I mean, yes. And I don't know if it's like, my like top 3, but it was definitely a reference for the song because the whole song is about being possessive and protective. And so I liked the idea of throwing a Kevin Costner in there.
Do you feel like you're a jealous lover? Do you feel...
Finally, I get to speak on
finally.
Yeah, finally someone's asked me the question. Why is no one speaking on this?
We're breaking new ground here.
Yeah, we are, and that's why I love coming to Tefi Talks. Am I a jealous lover? I think that I can be. It's, what is it? There are 2 wolves that live inside of us.
Yes.
And I definitely think one of my wolves can be jealous. I also, I would say I'm a fairly even-keeled person. And the secret to that, people, kind of what we were talking about where I was saying I'm not very confrontational, the secret to being even-keeled and I think not being reactive or getting a lot of arguments is just deciding that you actually do not care that much about so many things. For example, like my boyfriend's Sweet Angel. And I think I'm not naturally super jealous, but if some woman or man was to approach him and like, if offer their body and soul, I would think to myself, like...
If a man were to approach her, like, it's pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, which I actually would love, to be fair. Like, I would be signing up.
Like,
yeah. Off you go. Take a picture together. I would just think, like, good for them for trying.
Yeah.
And I would think... That's okay. Like, I don't have to deep this. Hopefully this doesn't age bad there, I swear to fucking God. Where's the camera? I swear to fucking God. But I do think he's an angel.
Yeah.
And I do want to hang out with him all the time. And I do think that he improves my life. Like, the other day I realized that I never know where the car is parked. I don't know where it is.
Why would you have to?
You could literally, I could take a picture with my phone and then you could plot me somewhere else and say where the car is parked. And I would go, I don't know. But he always knows where the car is parked.
My baby does.
He does. My man does.
Okay. This question cracks me the fuck up. You've said you hate Wordle, which honestly feels brave. What's something else that everyone loves that you just don't get? That does feel so brave.
I don't even remember saying I hate Wordle, but that would be my legacy. Yeah. It's good that that's what I've left behind when I leave this earth. Okay, actually, I have a really good one.
Okay.
Do you know the game Mafia?
Of course.
Okay.
Who's the liar? Who's the imposter?
Yeah.
Love.
I don't want to play. What happened to having a chat? Like, what happened to hanging out with your friends and having a chat? Why do I have to play? Why do I have to be a werewolf?
Why do
I have to be a doctor of the small town? And why do I have to be asking my friend if they're lying and them lie to me and tell me no? Like, if I'm the person that's doing the bad, what's the name? The mafia. If I'm the mafia, I'm stressed, and then I'm angry if you tell me I'm lying, even if I am. And then if I'm not the mafia, then I'm kind of bored, and I'm guessing if you're lying to me and you're saying no, I don't know. Like, I want to chat. I want to have a conversation.
Yeah. Also in a
Why
game.
must we lie?
Why must we lie?
For pleasure. Like, and I do lie for pleasure, but not so you can catch me out. I also let lying just be lying. Like, why do we have to monetize it? Like,
why monetize lying?
Why not just let lying be a pure sport like it was intended to be?
You're a purist. You'd be so good in a period piece. And like, I see you looking at like your lover who's like a stable boy and you want to be public, but he can't.
Yeah.
Because he's being distrustful, dishonest. And you go, why must we lie?
The only problem with me being in a period piece, because I couldn't agree more, is that I don't know if they were scalp bleaching back in the day. Like, I just don't know if they were. And I don't know how I'm going to get around that. Like,
we should
people
lie.
think it's unnatural. But then that's where the lying comes in.
Sometimes when people tell me the truth about something, I go, lying to me is free.
Yeah,
it wasn't going to change my life.
You could have just told a lie.
And there were platinum blondes in Keira Knightley period pieces.
And those are definitely true as well.
Those are definitely
I actually think they were filmed at the time.
There you go.
Keira Knightley's 400 years old.
I know. I love her so. I love her 400-year-old ass.
Same.
So speaking of period pieces, they famously did not have cell phones.
So true.
Who else doesn't have a cell phone?
Ed. Whoa! That was good.
And that's why they pay me the medium bucks. But that is crazy to me. So how do you talk to him? How do you talk to your friend?
He's an iPad baby. So he's on his iPad and he's got his apps and he's emailing and he's sending a little message. There's something to be learned from that for all of us.
Absolutely.
I think he's obviously really successful, so he should be on his iPad. But like, I really enjoy that if he's communicating with you, like if you're in the studio and he's, like texting his wife or something, the iPad's coming out and it feels like a moment. It makes every communication feel special.
So you opened for Taylor Swift.
I did.
That was what? 1 to 10, sick as fuck.
Sick as fuck, 11.
Oh my God. You're also a gift giver yourself. You gave Taylor Swift
I did.
books.
I did.
And okay, what are the 3 books?
So from my memory, which is funny, I could definitely find it for sure if I looked in my text, but I bought her a Margaret Atwood book.
Oh, good.
I think I bought her like Bluebird's Egg. I bought her a Wendy Cope poetry book, who's a British poet who I love.
Uh-huh.
And then I probably bought her The Secret History or something like that, which is...
Not the other one. Do you think that she read them? Has she told you that she liked them?
I would hope she's read them. I'm not sure. I hope that they're on a coffee table somewhere in her gorgeous home.
Mm-hmm.
I would hope that they're just piled up nicely because I do feel like I tried to pick quite tasteful, nice looking books so that even if she's not reading them immediately, they can be piled somewhere and they can look cute.
Okay. Your new album.
Yes.
Fluorescence.
Yes.
Comes out May 15th.
It does.
Which I think is Gemini season.
Gemini season, I think you're right.
Okay, I'm on top of it. You described it as, quote, sun streaming in through your window after a winter that felt eternal. The poetry that you are, like, beautiful.
Thank you.
And I can see it. I can see, like, the dust particles at the end of where everything's finally calm in the movie.
That's great.
Love that. What other feelings were you chasing while making it?
What a lovely question. I think I was trying to make something that felt spring-like. I do sort of work in a vaguely seasonal way, so I loved the idea of spring. I wanted to make something that felt lighter sonically and thematically. I wanted to write about love for like really the first time, like love that you actually have. So that was infused within. I think maybe lightness is the best way to describe it. And it's still an album that is sad and melancholic and bittersweet and all those things. But I think the general tone and theme was lightness and talking about those things in a way that felt less heavy, which is also, and was my previous album and is still like music that I love and I still write. But with this album specifically, I think I was trying to make something that felt
real.
Yeah, and lighter. That's like the word I would use.
You know what album reminds me of this exact description? Yeah. This is the kindest thing I've ever said.
Okay.
Lungs by Florence and the Machine. That
fucking
that's album.
Like my first album that I loved.
It is so uplifting and hopeful.
That is so crazy to me because no one ever talks about that.
Nobody talks. And
we
are.
And we are. Tefi Talks.
That's my favorite artist.
Kiss with a Kiss.
No, it's everything.
I mean, My Boy Builds Coffins. Hurricane Lungs is a lot.
Dog Days.
Yeah.
Like, talk about, and then Cosmic Love.
Yeah.
No, that album is exactly what it feels like to have like kind of knocked out, like when life kind of hits you in the rib, but you're like, I'm not gonna stop being a hopeful person. Yeah. And sometimes being hopeful can be heartbreaking too.
So true. That's such a great point. They really kind of, it's the greatest, I think like the greatest music and art is when like the hope and the heartbreak are kind of infused together. And which is also probably the most real to life, is that most people can still be hopeful even after experiencing things like that. But I love Florence and the Machine. Are you a big fan?
She's my number one artist besides Britney Spears.
Who are so the duality of woman.
You are so fucking real. I think you also need t-shirts that says Maisie Peters is so fucking real. That's a good one too.
That's a good one.
Maybe a thong. Edwin,
thong please. I think that a thong is definitely in the pipeline. My regards, thong.
Please, let me know. My regards, thong is so fucking fun.
Although I don't know where we're going to put all the words. There's not loads of surface area on a thong.
We can find a way.
Yeah.
We can find a way.
We can push those boundaries.
2026.
It's all about surface area on thongs.
At the end of the day, what I want people to take away from your album is I should be wearing a thong, listening to this.
Nothing else, just a thong.
Crying, Googling, looking up the lyrics, ingesting. I know what you mean, though. When you listen to an album, you're like, everybody needs to hear this. This is like changing music.
And you're sending it to people. Also would love to be sent between people. Also, my favorite thing that I always say is when people are like, how do you want people to listen to the album? I love when teenage girls who have just got their driver's license are listening together in the car. Like, I remember when my friends in high school first got their license and we would all carpool to school together, and I remember like Camila Cabello's debut album coming out, and that was big for the girls at the time. And I remember it being on, and we would listen to it and we would sing along. And there's something about that, like teenage girls in the car with the first driver's license. That's my demographic. That's who I'm trying to hit.
The year I got my license, Blackout by Britney Spears came out. No, bitch.
Yeah.
You don't
Grandma,
understand.
you need to wheel that. Yeah, wheel it out.
Speak Now by Taylor came out.
That's an epic one, though.
The same month my cousin went through her first breakup. Oh, girl, you don't understand.
To be there.
In a Jetta, going to a club in Miami Beach, screaming, Speak Now. Yeah.
Like, dear John.
No, you don't understand. So I understand what you mean. Like you want it to be like you were in the car with the girls when they needed you the most, and that you're like a friend, part of their life.
Yeah,
DNA.
you're part of the group. I actually, when I was in high school, Reputation came out. So different feelings, different worlds, but also important. And yeah, you want to be the other person in the car and have the album really be a part of the friend group. Like, be able to, they like sing it to each other. They like reference it to each other. They can say little lyrics.
Or when they do that
like,
challenge
this is so
on TikTok, like, what did we say?
Yeah, like a funny little code word. Yeah, that's what
love that.
what I want to be doing.
You heard it here first. We want nostalgia.
We do.
We want nostalgia. We want love. We want light. We want heartbreak. We want hope. We want it all. Thank you so much for coming into the office.
Thank you for having me.
You're hired.
Thank God. TikToks. Who's ready?
Yay!